your host, Jamaica, and with me, guys, always ready to debate, Kwesi Ngiso and Andre Lowe.
Got a school of fool. Happy to be here, guys.
Right.
Yeah.
He wishes.
This week on END2END, Schoolboy football, amateur team sports, or fast becoming football FCs. Shafer, in or out? Is the Caribbean Cup enough? With more defeats than wins, is the German coach of the Reggae Boyz, Winifred Shafer, the right man for the job? And in this week's END2END's Fame or Shame, we take a look at past Reggae Boyz coaches who didn't make the cut, asking which is the worst of the famed 100-hour sacks. Guys, it's time for END2END. Let's get on track. Wilmot, Gleaner, Georges, and Jamaica College are just some of the schools that have been criticized for their heavy recruitment programs and the resources dedicated to naming Schoolboy football titles. Now, is this putting other schools at a disadvantage? Some schools are already losing their best students. Are they now losing their best players?
Yeah, and whose fault is that? You certainly can't blame the schools or the programs that have invested heavily in infrastructure, in coaches, and who have managed to garner greater support from maybe the old boy associations or whatever. Listen, we're talking about recruitment here. Crazy, there is absolutely nothing wrong with recruitment, right? It's all about giving a player, a boy or a girl, a greater opportunity to excel in an environment that's conducive for that.
Listen, and I completely agree with that, Liz.
Chance to be able to compete, though.
No. But this is sports. You have to compete at any level. Do not, if it is that you want to compete with these schools that are recruiting, you're going to have to find ways and means to keep your athletes or attract the best athletes to your school.
Now people have taken the discussion somewhere else, and they're questioning whether or not people or schools are using material objects, fridge, stove, tablets, whatever, phones, to recruit athletes. And I have ambivalent feelings there. Maybe that's bad from a moral perspective. Maybe it's not. Listen, the better schools, the better programs will always get the better players. And that's how it has always been. That's how it will always be. And I'll tell you something, it works out to the benefit of the players as well, because listen, if a player is placed in a situation, in a team that is better equipped, whether through coaches or facilities, to succeed, then the chances are he'll develop at a better rate.
I have a question, but succeed in what exactly? Is it that these schools, once they have these players, are focusing more on sports than education? Are we creating some functional illiterates is what I want to know.
No,
and 18 and being in fifth form and having the students repeat, like, where are your parents?
Lich, if that is the case, then it's a failing of the education system. It can't be a failing of the sports program. The sports program is there to develop the students for sports. And if it is that we have students at 18 at the fifth form level, then the schools aren't doing their job.
And my final point, I mean, really and truly, that's a different discussion altogether, but there's nothing to suggest that these programs, these major sporting programs, aren't doing stuff to their students from a remedial perspective. So that's a totally different conversation altogether, I believe. So nothing.
Schoolboy football programs?
No, that's fine. JCFC, Wolmer's United works fine for me, if you ask me.
And as far as I see it, it's all development. Listen, we need to get the sport to that level. Look at the investment from the sponsors, and that will tell you that it's not PE. It's not casual. Right. And that's the level that schoolboy football needs to go up to. We want better footballers. We need better programs.
That's right.
Better programs, but play fair. If you're not supposed to be going down to a store to go and buy someone a washing machine, then just don't do it.
It's neither here nor there.
Well, we don't know if that's the case, but
if that is the case, then don't do it.
I don't know.
Yes, then don't do it.
Sounds like you want a washing machine.
Yes,
I do actually.
Alright guys, on to our next topic. So I don't know what's going faster, if it's their FIFA ranking or the Jamaican dollar. Guys, you're citizens of Shafer. I know we've asked this question before, but is he the right man for the job? We all know that the Reggae Boyz need to build, but is Shafer or builder? Should he be the builder?
Those building blocks I give to your 1-year-old or 2-year-old?
Legos?
Yeah, Legos, yeah. Shafer wouldn't know what to do with those.
Oh,
if we give them to him. Now listen guys, call me Nostradamus. Maybe not. What this certainly shows is that my analytical ability far, transcends this fellows over here.
How?
I'll tell you why. Because months ago, we sat here on this program, and I said to you back then, from months ago, that this German don't have a clue what he's doing. And listen, he has shown in the year, he has done very little actually to convince me that he has the ability to take this program, these players forward, going into a World Cup campaign, which is just a few months away.
Listen, I have no idea what he's speaking about. I don't know what all the doom and gloom would be about, because we're just 1 year into Shafer's tenure. He's played very tough teams, Japan, France. Listen, we don't have a chance against these teams. What he said is, look, I'm building a program, I'm looking at all these players, and we'll see the fruits of that labor.
Jamila, over a year, it's more than enough time for a team to demonstrate that they are playing to a particular system, that they understand which direction the coach is going, and everything. Shafer know where it's going.
No, but we've had several different players fitting into that program. We'd expect him to change his system.
We're not talking about winning these games, so we're talking about actually showing that there is we've taken at least the first few steps towards a successful World Cup campaign.
Listen,
and we have not seen this team demonstrate or show any sort of identity altogether.
Dre, that is also going to depend on the level of opponents that you play, obviously. If it is that we're playing against France, we look different than we're playing against Trinidad and Tobago.
People, listen to me.
Yeah, but these teams have built their team. These teams that we're playing against, they have built up their players in a very, very different way.
Are you guys blind? Do you need another 10 years to see that this coach has absolutely no idea what he's doing?
We have absolutely not given him enough time.
Can I tell you something? I'm going to say this again. It won't be long before Captain Norris Burrell comes on TV, comes on radio, comes to the Gleaner and say in 100 hours, German Shafer was relieved of his duties. Guys, you heard it here first. Shafer is taking us nowhere quickly.
Listen,
let's cut our losses while we can.
No, let's give Shafer a chance. I think he's onto a good thing. I've liked the players that he's looked at so far. We haven't always looked super organized or whatever it is, but we can understand trying different formations and different players. We don't have a settled team as yet, so we need to give him time to do that.
I wonder if this was a local coach, if he would be this patient. But anyway.
Guys, I mean, have we been patient? How long has he been here though?
Listen, Shafer has lost more games than he has actually won. He has one of the worst win percentages in international football. These are things that you cannot hide behind, guys, and that's all. That's my final point.
I'm going to give Coach Shafer some slack. We shouldn't be looking at the wins at this time, in the national program. It's too early. It's too early.
I need someone to come on TV and say, hey, we're going to try to go to the World Cup next 4 years, but it's probably not going to happen. We're just going to play and see what happens. I need someone to come and tell us that, listen, you're not going to get very far in Jamaica because you need to start from scratch, you need to build up. We keep on looking at the coach. Maybe we're looking in the wrong area. Who knows? Leave your comments in the comment section below and we're on to our next topic. Alright guys, it's time for another installment of END2END Fame or Shame.
Hold on.
There it goes again.
For effect.
Right.
There it goes.
Come on. By popular demand.
We spoke about Captain Horace Wells and his tendency to fire coaches. Right after the match. No sweet talk, nothing.
Why waste time?
Yeah, doesn't take much.
Man, you don't need to return to Jamaica. So guys, let's take a look at that. Let's take a look at all these firings. I mean, it's downright embarrassing, but
Yeah, I mean, where do we start? He has done it quite often, from Theodore Whitmore to Clovis de Oliveira, and even before him, I think Rennie as well. Captain when Captain come in front of the camera or tape recorders and say, listen, at 100 hours, and the worst one must have been Clovis de Oliveira.
Definitely,
Clovis left here fine, left here good with the team. Right, and Captain probably sold his clothes or shipped them to him back in Brazil. Poor Clovis couldn't make it back to Jamaica.
Listen, you have to feel sorry for Clovis. It was in the aftermath of ~98.
Yeah.
I mean, everybody was on a high. And, he went there and he was just losing all these games. I don't even think we were midway, or at least
Captain
it wasn't even finished.
I mean, maybe it wasn't bad enough because Rene Simoes, after he was fired,
actually, luckily for Theodore, at least Theodore was allowed to come back home.
Yeah, but he lives there.
Yeah, but it's captain not talk about people. Yeah.
Back from the country.
Who knows? It's a captain. Come on.
Alright, so guys, which firing would you rank the highest? Which would you put in the category of Hall of Fame?
And
Hall of Shame.
And there's one pending, by the way, the German. He's going soon.
Well, we don't know about all that. I am definitely going to go. I am definitely going to go with Clovis de Oliveira. Listen. We had one game left. I think it was early morning, right after the match. Captain went to the press conference and said, look, De La Vera does not have a job anymore. He doesn't need to come back to Jamaica.
It was just one game. One game. You could have played out the one game because winner.
One game
Sorry
left.
guys, I don't have anything better than that. I'm going to agree with that one. Clovis, start, brother. Push.
Where is Clovis now? That's the question. Where is he?
That's the question.
Yeah.
Probably somewhere happy he's not coaching the Reggae Boyz.
Yeah.
Quite
I
possible.
don't know. Is he?
Quite possible.
Alright guys, thank you so much for joining us for another episode of End2End. Now you know how this goes. If you don't agree with us, comment section below. Which do you think was the worst firing? I need to know.
Some drinks are coming, right?
Yeah, we're getting drinks soon. I know you're happy about that. Alright guys, we're coming to you from the Triple Century Sports Bar, and you know what that means. Drinks, and more drinks.
Yep.
Thank you, Triple Century. I think I'm having a margarita, big man drink. That's right.
And I'm having passion with vodka.
And this is an orange sunrise. Is that right?
Yeah,
Yep.
it is right. And it looks good too.
Yeah.
Always a good spot to come and get your drink on. Good stuff.
Of course, the resident suck-up is going to tell us that. But no,
It's true though, it's true.
really good drinks. So yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
all right.
Thanks for joining us.